Yes, anyway, hello
Hi,
and
there.
welcome back to a new episode of Film Focus with me, Fred Black.
Anthony Squire.
And this week we got two more films.
One we have to really warn you
about. We've got actually quite a few films we have to warn you about this week, yeah. But I think we'll start off on a relatively high note, and as the episode gets on, things will just get rapidly worse. So we're going to start off with our review for We're the Millers, which was a little kind of... It was comedy with not really that well-known stars, apart from Jennifer Aniston, Rachel from Friends.
Basically, some pot dealer has to create a fake family to move some drugs.
Yeah, to move
from
some drugs
Mexico to the US.
Yeah, he said his reasoning is like, if he goes on his own, it's like a big red flag for the border patrol, and so he hires Jennifer Aniston, who plays a stripper, this dorky kid. I can't remember the actor. The dorky young boy,
Will Poulter.
Yes,
As Kenny Rossmore.
As Kenny, yeah. Okay, so he hires Kenny as his son. And then he hires this like gutter punk, a street girl,
Emma Roberts,
this homeless woman, as his daughter, and they pose as like this family in an RV, and go across the border and collect a lot of pot.
The trouble with this film was you'd already seen all the best jokes in the trailer.
Yeah, and because we obviously we go to the cinema twice a week, and it has a broad appeal to a lot of films, so. We saw the trailer pretty much every time we went into the cinema, and unfortunately, you had seen the best bits.
I mean, I thought overall the film did move at a good pace. There was overall good humour in it. There was nothing outstanding about it.
No, there wasn't really.
It did drag on in parts, but
especially
in comparison to the other film we saw this week, this film is brilliant.
This film is like God's gift of movies this week. But yeah, it did drag in places. I mean, they have all these little bits where they meet different families and different people. Like they've got the drug dealer. They have these random conversations with the guy they're working for. I can never remember that guy's name, but he pops up in tons of these Will Ferrell comedies and all these sorts of things. And he's always really good fun. I mean, this isn't like a bad comedy, but I didn't find myself laughing that much.
If you're looking for
until
a film
the
to
outtakes.
Watch, yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a film to watch and you can't find anything, this one will be good.
Yeah, if nothing else really kind of grabs you, then there's 2 hours. It's 2 hours of your life that will be quite funny. I mean, the funniest thing I found about it was the outtakes, and I won't spoil the outtake bit for you because there is a really specific joke in it. That
I was going to say, but
there's a really specific joke in it that is just incredibly funny, and was the funniest bit of the film, which is actually quite sad because I always hate.
You shouldn't have to wait to the outtakes.
Yeah, you shouldn't wait for the completely unscripted moments. Like I know these comedies nowadays, like especially now that Judd Apatow and Seth Rogen, these sorts of comedies, they do kind of a lot of unscripted stuff and improv, and I get the feeling that this was a little bit like that, but. You shouldn't have to wait for the outtakes where it's completely unscripted and they're just going off the cuff to have it really be funny.
It's an average film. I gave it 6.
I was a bit more harsh on it. I gave it a 4. I was tempted for a while to give it like a worst film score of like 3 or 2 because I really didn't laugh that much, but
It wasn't.
Yeah,
there was an average film.
Thinking about it, it wasn't that bad.
I mean, I gave it an 8 to begin with, but that's only because of the other film.
Yes, you watched them in the wrong order. You watched the other film first, and then We're the Millers, and I watched We're the Millers first, and then I went to see the other film. I think I went about it the right way. So I didn't actually end up giving this film like 8 out of 10.
I mean, if you have a film that's 2 hours of my life, I'm never going to get back.
Oh god, yeah, me too. Lots of people who went to the cinema, I think, had the same feeling. The general feeling in the cinema was...
How did this other film get...
We've got to get through the trailers first, man. Let's focus about it. It is called Film Focus, after all. We've got to focus our efforts. Yeah, but... Like, there's good performances in We're the Millers, that everyone kind of gets their laughs in occasionally.
I mean, there were good jokes in there. The The overall pace was, yeah, it was okay.
Mm. Like, as far as stuff we have to say on both films this week, this one we really don't have a lot to say.
I don't have much to say, but to be honest, well.
But yeah, to be honest, like, of the two films we've seen this week, this is the much better one.
Beautiful.
It was like a godsend. And yeah, you could do a lot worse than see this film. You could do a lot worse. We're the Millers, 4 out of 10 for me, but it's just below average, but still, you know, it's worth a watch if you like your sort of kind of quirky adult comedies, I guess.
But before we get on to the next film, there's a trailer we saw.
Well, there are 5 trailers we saw, actually.
Yeah, but one in particular for Robocop.
Should we do the list in reverse then? Because we started with Robocop and that's the last one we got on the list.
I think we need to warn people.
We do need to warn people.
This looks complete pants. Basically, Robocop, but they haven't erased his memories.
Yeah, if you've seen the original Robocop, you'll know that it's a kind of gory, kind of edgy sci-fi action film with like.
It was good though.
And it's really good. And Paul Verhoeven does a stellar job of setting up this character who gradually learns who he is through all these kind of machine parts and stuff. And it's a key element of the first film that he doesn't know who he is. Murphy doesn't know he's Murphy.
No.
When he's put into the suit. Right from the outset, they've kind of gone, poof, let's blow that out the water. Let's not have that at all. Let's have Murphy know he's a fucking cyborg. Like, I can't believe this film will be fun.
His wife is like running up to Robocop, like, remember who you are. And you're just thinking, wait a minute,
you know who you are. I mean, this has got an impressive cast list. I mean, the guy who plays
an
Robocop
impressive cast doesn't always save.
Yeah, it's got Samuel L. Jackson. It's got Gary Oldman, Michael Keaton.
Yes,
but the guy who plays Robocop, I couldn't name him if I tried. And his voice sounds kind of computerized and synthesized, whereas, you know, Peter Weller didn't need it.
No,
Peter Weller just had his voice, and it was just like, okay, you're a fucking machine, go on. But now they need all these like special effects and.
I mean, don't you people in Hollywood have anything better to do than remake?
You have nothing better to do. I mean, they made the suit black. They made the fucking armour black as well. That's not like some sort of like. That's not something you do. It's a classic image. The Robocop armour is a classic.
Yeah, metal
thing. Classic metal, like aluminium, like silvery.
Yeah,
You don't just kind of let's have a spray job on it. Psh, you know. Well, you give us the do like the Iron Man scene. Throw a little hot rod red in there.
Yeah. Why?
Like there was like interesting bits of the trailer. You had like the shot of Ed 209, or what I assumed would be Ed 209. You've got little heli jet things that are flying around shooting buildings, and it's all
but it won't save the film.
No. And we have another year, like, it comes out summer next year, and I think summer's going to be a bad time next year if we have to watch this pile of shit.
Dark times ahead.
Moving swiftly on from that, we go on to My Lucky Star. My Lucky Star.
Love this trailer. It was basically...
Basically, stop watching this now, go to apple.com/trailers and watch the trailer for My Lucky Star. Please, someone tell me what's going on in this trailer. I don't understand it, but I love it.
It was beautiful. It's a Japanese film?
Chinese, I think. Zhang Ziyi. She's one of the leads from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and House of Flying Daggers. And she's in this film as someone who wins some sort of holiday, like some all expenses paid holiday.
Yeah.
And then it all goes a bit James Bond. For some reason, it all goes a bit James Bond.
I'm looking forward to it because I don't even know what it's about.
Yeah, it's so unlike anything we've seen this week, this year. Like, it just looks so bizarre.
It starts off in one setting off. It doesn't really start off with anything. It just starts off and then flies off on a tangent.
Yeah, but it's definitely one of the more entertaining. And compared to Robocop, I mean, you know,
let's put Robocop to one side.
We can never put Robocop to one side. That film is scarred into our memories, and we've not even seen the full thing yet. But But yeah,
the same question, why?
Why would you possibly do that? Yeah. But My Lucky Star was so weird. We just had to list it.
It's got me wondering, actually, if they're going to remake Robocop, they won't remake Terminator, will they?
Apparently they will. There was an article on Empire this week about the guy...
What, get Arnie back with a walking stick as a geriatric Terminator?
I can't remember what he's done. There's some guy... I can't remember the director's name, but there was someone who was from this sort of film to the T-800, and they are planning to reboot Terminator as well. Even though they've run it into the ground with Terminator Salvation and... the Sarah Connor Chronicles, and they've done every other aspect they can think of.
They're never going to top Terminator 2.
No, but oh my god, you can't do it, man.
Don't you people have anything better to do?
Apparently not. Apparently they just want to shit all over the franchises we loved as children.
Moving on.
Yeah, anyway, next trailer we've got is Man of Tai Chi.
Now, this one starts, you see Keanu Reeves in it, and you think, oh no, here we go with Matrix again. But it turns out Keanu Reeves has directed this one, and he's not playing the central character.
Well, yeah, he's playing the bad guy, is what it looks like. Essentially, this actor, Tiger Chen, who's like this kind of Tai Chi master, or a kind of apprentice to Tai Chi, gets roped into a kind of murder brawl thing, like of like a fight club. A very high-tech fight club that's run by Keanu Reeves. And it all seems to be like, I can make you a millionaire if you just fight and kill these people. Which sounds a very kind of drab and basic way to describe the plot, I guess.
But it does look quite good. I haven't seen Keanu Reeves play a bad guy before.
No, I don't think I have either.
And he's directing this as well?
Yeah, he's started directing... couple of films. One he did was a documentary about the way film has gone, like the way films have kind of developed. He did a documentary a couple of months ago about that. But this is his first kind of big, like fictional film, as it were, like a kind of made
It's
up.
good to see he's breaking away from being typecast.
Yes, and it depends how he plays the bad guy role, I guess. If he kind of plays it as a kind of dark Neo or something like that, because he does have a fight scene in it. At least one fight scene which we can judge from the trailer, whether he kind of proves that he is like this big bad guy by doing other fight scenes in the film. Yeah, but Tiger Chen looks to be a good like kind of fighter in it. There's some good moves.
There's some good moves in it.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to this one.
Definitely, yeah. The next film though, I was surprised you picked.
Summit.
The Summit, yeah.
Basically some blokes climbing a mountain.
Well,
and then
let's just clarify that. It's a group of like 25 mountaineers climbing K2, which is apparently the most dangerous mountain to climb in the world, next to Everest, obviously. Like, it's the most dangerous mountain to climb because it's just so perilous and hazardous. And it's a documentary about 25 of these climbers that went up, and only 11 died.
Didn't come back.
Why did you pick this? Because I know why I would have wanted to talk about it, but why did you?
I was curious about it. To begin with, I thought it was like a documentary version of Cliffhanger, but I don't see how it can be a documentary.
Yeah, that was what I was going to point out.
And that's the reason I chose it, because
there are
I want to see why it's classified as a documentary.
Yeah,
and to be honest, I don't think it is.
No, there are certain shots in the film where they look kind of too staged. Oh, God, they almost look they look really set up. Especially there's a scene where you see someone sliding down the mountain to their certain death.
Oh, yeah, that was.
And you're just like, okay, you'd be trying to help. You drop the camera and try to help them or something.
Yeah, you wouldn't just stand and film
You wouldn't just stand there going, "Hey, this guy's gonna die. Let's film this shit."
Yeah, smile to the camera.
Yeah, smile to the camera as you fall 25,000 feet to your death or something like that. I don't know.
I'm just curious about it.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on to
the next one.
Yeah, the final trailer was the Red Band trailer for Neighbours.
I love this trailer.
Yeah, like
starts off with really mega happy music, like Neighbours.
No, let's just clarify, it's not a film version of the Aussie TV show.
Yeah.
It's not that.
It won't end on a cliffhanger.
It has Seth Rogen to start with, so it's obviously not that.
It starts off really mega happy music, everyone's smiling to the camera, and then these neighbours turn against each other.
Yeah, well,
it
looks
like a good comedy.
Yeah, it's like a quiet neighbourhood where a fraternity, like a college fraternity, moves in next door, headed by Zac Efron, who, as much as I hate him for the High School Musical films, he seems to be getting better and better as a kind of established actor.
Yeah,
and now he's just kind of going into stupid comedy like this. I think I'm actually starting to like him a bit more.
Maybe he's just trying to prove his worth.
Yeah, which, good for him. He's actually breaking free of the happy Disney family-friendly shit.
Not being typecast.
Yeah, not being typecast. And he definitely looks like he's going to pull some good jokes in this one. And I mean, the airbag scene was
that was fun.
that got us laughing.
And
yeah.
Now we've talked about the trailers. We have to come on to the...
Oh, do we have to? I don't want to talk about this any more than we already have.
The Mortal Instruments, City of Bones. Again, I come back to the same question: why?
What the fuck was this film?
The plot is basically when her mum disappears, Clary Frey learns that she descends from a line of warriors
or shadow hunters, I think they call
them, who protect our world from demons.
Yeah.
And the pace of this film was just utter shite.
Well, yeah.
It's fast, slow, and it just jumps from this to this to this to this to this to this to this. And
there was so many things, yeah.
Pants. I mean, I gave it 3 to begin with, and the more I thought about it, gave it a 2. The more I thought about it again,
I gave it a 1. I gave it a 1 as well. And, the best bit in the movie comes, probably 10 minutes or so after it started, where there's, a demon dog. There's some guys that break into Clary's house when she's not there. They kidnap her mother, and she puts herself in some sort of coma by drinking some potion, and they leave this dog behind. And so Clary comes back to find this dog there. It's like, okay, this is a bit odd. And the dog turns into this sort of fucking tentacle demon and fucking chases her around the house. And it's quite graphic and kind of brutal for a film that's only a 12A. But then the film just goes downhill. You have some subpar... Oh, actually, no, there's nothing subpar than Twilight. But you've got this Twilight-esque love triangle between... It was Clary, Jace, and Simon. Is it Simon?
It was basically One Tree Hill and the Twilight merged together. And I'm not saying that to be funny. It genuinely was.
Yeah. Well, I've only seen a little bit of One Tree Hill, from bits you showed me. But yeah, I can kind of. It's like that 90210. That kind of. Ooh, we're teenagers and we've got problems and let's fuck off.
The film, it's
got some.
I'm just repeating myself now, but it really does. It just jumps.
It's got some appalling acting in it as well. Even from some actors who can do good stuff. Jonathan Rhys-Meyers, especially, he pops up very late in the film, and he sucks so badly. And the lead actress as well, Lily Collins. Why? Apparently, she got on this film because she really liked the books and she really wanted to play Lily Collins. It was some sort of thing she bought her way onto the film. And the filmmaker said, okay, we'll do that. Not actually looking for someone with decent acting credentials.
Even decent acting couldn't have saved this.
No.
It would have been better, but it wouldn't have saved it.
That was a brilliant line in it, where, let's say, Clary goes, because they suppress her memories. Her mum and dad, or her dad who isn't there, her mum has suppressed her memories.
Yeah.
And she says something like, but I can remember everything. Why would my mum make me forget something I remember? It's some really confusing memory line. It's just I was kind of had this expression on my face going, what did you just say? This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
I mean, to be honest, as the film went on, I was just laughing at it more and more. I couldn't keep a straight face because it just really... It was just so...
Also, there's
bad.
They throw in vampires, they throw in werewolves, they throw in demons, they throw in the pentagram symbol. Like, so are these things coming from hell? Are these things like another dimension? Like,
well, it's just
and also, can we just mention the fucking runes or the like glyphs that everyone has pasted all over their fucking bodies?
Yeah, right.
How do they not all have magical, mystical powers? And only Clary does. I know that's kind of a little bit of a spoiler, but I really, like, the anger has just been building up inside me until this point. How is Clary the only one that has super magical, mystical powers? She's able to bend time, she's able to eliminate enemies with a single waft of her hand. How does no one else have these powers?
When I looked this up on IMDb on the internet, it got like 4 out of 5 stars, and I was just thinking, were you people brought off or something?
Were you people stoned? You high or some shit?
And the director, Harold Swart?
What's he done? Like, is there anything noteworthy that he's actually done?
I mean, Harold, why?
Harold, dude, seriously.
Harold, I mean, I think he should be blacklisted. Just...
Blacklisted?
Blacklisted in terms of, we could have a good director for a film, or a bad director. Oh,
alongside like Michael Bay and UV Bowl or something like that as like the blacklisted directors you don't want directing your film. I just seriously
the people
could
who
not...
wrote this film. What were you doing?
How could you like it? It's subpar, like Twilight-esque stuff. It's like copying the love triangle from Twilight, like kind of demon-esque things from like there's. I don't even know what it was trying to.
The main character, she tells this bloke, you know, oh, I can't love you or anything like that, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, oh no, I can never see you again.
Yes,
and the next day, in the film, they're just back chatting away. And you think, wait a minute, has a month passed? But no, a month hasn't passed.
No, this all happens within the space of a week or something, doesn't it? Like, you've just got completely... I mean, you know, the special effects are quite nice. They don't look ropey, really.
Special effects do not save this film.
No, but...
You put the special effects to one side,
yeah,
okay?
And it's, again, I was just like, you know, I'm trying to find any sort of positive I can, and the special effects are all right, but then again, they do not make the film. And the film is just complete drivel of the highest order. I cannot see why this film was made or why people would want to go and see it. And like, even people in the cinema I was watching it with, they didn't get it. They were just like, what? Like, this family sitting right behind, literally the row behind me, I had a family, about 4 or 5 people. And in unison at specific bits, we were just going,
they're synchronised.
We were just going, oh, like, really? Was it, oh, fuck off. And there's certain lines, like, certain cliched lines that I was like, don't say it. And then they said it. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, maybe a new rule needs to be brought into cinemas that films have to pass a certain standard.
Yeah, but what standard would that be? Is it better than the Mortal Instruments? If so, it can be shown in cinemas. Yeah. Is it better than Twilight, Identity Thief, The Human Centipede Part 2, and The Mortal Instruments?
I thought that was a straight to...
No, yeah, we looked at that last year, didn't we?
Yeah, but it wasn't none of the cinema.
Yeah, it was shown in the cinema for like because it was cut, wasn't it? It was cut because it was so horrifically violent. But yeah, is it better than these films? Therefore, can it be so it can be shown in cinemas? Oh my god! Like, the amount of shit in this film is, I mean, it would fill a stadium. It really would.
Please, if you're in the cinema this weekend or at any point,
yeah,
and you're even remotely intrigued by the poster for this film, stop it.
Yeah, stop it. I mean, I know like there are lots of people that went to see it because of the book, and I know I haven't read the book, so I might not be getting most of it. That was also the thing, though. I felt like I was missing out on such a lot of stuff because I hadn't read the book, and that's not really how it should be. Like,
no, it should.
They managed to make brilliant film sagas out of Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. I mean, Lord of the Rings is a bit overcooked at times, but they still managed to cram everything in. And in the case of Harry Potter, like when they really got into their stride, like The Prisoner of Azkaban and The Goblet of Fire, they were able to pick and choose what bits of the books they could put into the film.
Yeah.
so they would make a streamlined experience for the film viewer, whilst it made sense in the whole Harry Potter universe. So you weren't left to explain anything. Like,
well, you weren't left wondering.
Yeah, you weren't left wondering.
That.
Wait, why did that happen? Where did he come from? Like, you know. Whereas in this, I felt like, right, okay, so why can't everyone else see them? Is there some sort of thing like, you know, that? Why is she, like, as I said before, why does she seem to be the only one that has mystical powers? Why does no one else? Why can no one else bend time?
No thought was put into this film. It really does. I keep saying it, but it really was just leaping from this to this to this to this to this.
Yeah.
And
yeah, shitty love triangle thing, like with the guy who's permanently in the friend zone.
and I probably shouldn't be mentioning it, but all the plot twists. I mean, how many plot twists can you have in a film?
Yeah, well, I mean, don't mention the very specific.
No.
There are lots of things that this film rips off from, or the book rips off from, because I'm assuming this happened in the book, but Star Wars, if we could just put that out there, Star Wars, as much as I kind of can give or can take or leave Star Wars, you don't rip it off.
No.
And this rips off a kind of key point of the first film, like A New Hope, in quite a big way, doesn't it?
I was thinking more of Empire Strikes Back.
Wait, what's the one where they actually find out?
Oh, Return of the Jedi.
Oh, is that the one where they find out? Oh, okay. So we're trying to be as discreet as we can about this without spoiling it for you guys.
But it's always plot twists. You know, you have one plot twist and you think, okay.
Okay.
And they throw in another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. It was almost like the writers were saying, "Come on, how many more can we fit in?"
Yeah, just like kind of grind them all into this script. Like, oh, I think we've exhausted ourselves on that film. Like, we've spent a good 10 minutes talking about that film.
Please do not go and see this film. We're not trying to hype it up. It really is.
It is in contention for the worst film of the year, and that is not something that happens easily. Some films have to be really fucking bad to get on this list. And because I like films. I'm an eternal optimist about films. I'll still, watch shit films and be like, hey, that was quite good. That was quite enjoyable. But no.
I mean, it's like I said earlier, when I saw this film, and then I went to see With the Millers afterwards, because I'd seen this film first. Yeah. My opinion of With the Millers was, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So I think finally a decent film.
And we're just dribbling on now. So
yeah, this is just so.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching. We'll end it there, and we will see you next week with reviews for Riddick and About Time. So tune in next week for that one, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye,
guys.
Oh, hey.